हो गया।
Hello. Good afternoon, friends. Today I am again live in both Instagram and Facebook also. The topic is the second day on accounting. Yesterday I have taken up the topic for detailed analysis and meaning of accounting. Today I would like to discuss the very important term of accounting, and that is transaction. For recapping what we have done yesterday I started with the concept of accounting. The first definition of accounting first I gave. Accounting is a functional concept. When ing is added to anything, it becomes a process. So accounting is a process. Then what type of process it is? It is a process relating to accounting. Then obviously the question comes, what is account? An account is a statement of event. Now I gave you the detailed meaning of event happening, and then we have classified events. Events are segregated into two parts. One is recordable events, and the other ones are non-recordable events. Recordable events are those which is important, or which are important to the person concerned, and non-recordable events are those which are more or less stable and have less impact on your activities, on your objectives, on the fulfillment of your objectives. So these non-recordable events we have deleted. We have put it aside. Then we took into account the recordable financial events. Recordable financial events are those events which are very important to you, and these needs proper recording for future reference, for future decision making. And that recordable is important. Recordable events are important events, and which are important. The question of importance is a relative term, and it varies from man to man. But one thing is very important to all alike, and that is finance. And especially with the schools of commerce and economics, and we have to consider those events which have some financial impact, okay, and which are related to money or monetary events. So these recordable financial events are segregated in two parts. One is financial events, monetary events, and the other ones are non-financial. Non-financial events are being kept aside, and we are very much engaged with the events which have some monetary impact, which are financial in nature, which results in changes in financial position of the parties concerned. And that is the issue, and that is known as that financial monetary event changing the financial position of the parties concerned is basically known as transaction. And that is the topic, and that we have to discuss in detail today. The transaction in Bengali, it is known as len den. Len one part and the other part is den. And in Hindi also it is len and den. Len means lena, receive, issue, and den means giving. So in any transaction, the transaction has got two wings. One is len, means receiving, and the other one is den, that is giving. Now, in this context, we have to, what we give, what we receive. We are concerned with business, economics, and financial activities. In business, the primary function primary functions are one is purchase and the other ones are sales. In business, the business is concerned with, in a very simple meaning, very simply, if it is defined very simply, what is business or what is trade? It is nothing but it is the purchase and sale of goods for earning money. Purchase and sale of goods for earning money. It is the primary meaning of trade. And if we consider it as business, business is a broader concept, and trade and along with industrial activities constitute business. So I am not entering into that part. I am starting with this very important ingredients. The important ingredients are one side is purchase and the other side of the coin is sales. So two parts of this minimum business activities, one is purchase and another one is sale. Goods are purchased. Say Mr. X is trading on potatoes or he is trading on rice. What does he do? He purchases rice. Whenever he is purchasing rice, he is getting the rice and giving the amount. Then with that amount, then this rice is taken into the market, and what does he do? He sells the rice and gets the amount from the customer. Clear? So in business is concerned with purchase and sale of goods and services for earning money. But accounting is not only an issue to the businessman, it is concerned with all monetary exchanges, be it a businessman, be it a society, be it a school, college, any other organization, or be it an individual. Say you are going to the market, you have gone to the market, and what you have done over there, you have taken some bread and you have given some money. So you are getting something and giving something. So you are effecting transactions. You are getting the money, getting the bread, and you are giving money. And the man who is giving you the bread and there is another man who is getting the money and giving you the bread. So there are two persons. Person 1 and person 2. Person 2. He is taking the cash and giving the say bread. Okay? Bread. And now what you are taking the bread and giving the cash. So there are two parties always there. Two parties are always there, and both the parties are getting something and giving something. Both the parties. So each and every, say Mr. X and Y are involved in exchanging goods. Both Mr. X is getting something, giving something. Y is also getting something, giving something, and that is transaction. So what is a transaction? Transaction is nothing but an exchange of goods and services. Exchange of goods and services. The first issue. Now, what is transaction? People will say a transaction is an exchange of goods and services. So this is the first feature of a transaction. So if simply, what is transaction? As the meaning of transaction suggests, transaction in Hindi it is len den, or in Bengal also it is len and den. So it has got two wings, one is len and the other one is den. Both, there will be two parties, both the parties will be taking something and receiving something. So this is the first feature of transaction, is that there will be exchange of goods and services. But before that, what is there? There will be two parties. There must be two parties. There must be the two parties, and both the parties will be exchanging, getting something and giving something. So there must be two parties. So in that context, we should say that it is an agreement. It is an agreement between two parties in relation to giving something, getting something. So this is the first important appreciation, critical appreciation of transaction. It is an agreement. agreement. So agreement of giving something and getting something. So there would be two parties. Clear? And both these parties are involved in what? These parties are involved in exchange of goods and services. Clear? Now think. Mr. A, your friend, you are Mr. Piyatosh Shukla, your friend Akash Pansari has given you a beautiful pen to write in the examination. Is it an exchange? It is not an exchange. Why? It is only giving and giving. So now Akash Pansari has given you the pen. Why? Because you love him, and that is why. Because you are a very good friend of him, so he is giving. Then in that context, what you are getting? You are getting a pen, not P-A-I-N, but P-E-N, and giving what? Giving love. Right? And Akash Pansari is getting the love and giving you the pen. It is that pen is visible and love. Can you evaluate in terms of money? Can you evaluate? No. Your mother, you have told your mother, no, मम्मी बहुत भूख लगी है, जल्दी खाना दीजिए, स्कूल जाना है. मम्मी से बहू अभी तक तू तो बोले नहीं है, तेरा आज ऑफलाइन क्लास है, खाना तो नहीं बनाए, तो ठीक है मैं जा रहा हूँ. नहीं बाबू सुन ले जा, 50 रुपया ले जा, कुछ खा लेना. Now you are getting ₹50 from your mother. Yeah, it is visible, has got some value. And what you are giving? Are you giving anything? No, certainly not. No, sir. But his mother is giving him. But why does she not give him? Because it is Akash, or it is you, the who are loving, this is the man who is loving his mother. So again the mother is getting love and giving money. And now you are getting money. Love has its own value. So here also an exchange, here is also an exchange. So here is an exchange, here is also an exchange. I am coming to what I am trying to do, I am trying to help you developing your thought process, active, help you making your thought process active so that you can develop your own answer. Next, this is number first category of my examples. Second category, you see, just very often you share your tiffin in your school. Some non-veg fellow has brought some chili chicken and paratha, and a veg fellow has brought some fruits. Okay. Now, the man who has brought fruits is giving some to his friend, and he is getting some non-veg material from his friend. Exchange or not? Is it exchange? In this case, someone getting the fruits and giving, say chili chicken, and the other one is getting the chili chicken and giving the fruits. Is it not an exchange of goods and services? Goods? It is an exchange of goods. You have told your friend that I have some written document to be given to someone. आप उनको दे दो, मैं तुमको मेरा अच्छा खाना खिलाऊंगा. मेरा मम्मी जो दिए है ना वो खाना, he is not in a position but he dares not to give that one. Okay, so he is taking your help and what you are doing, you are serving him. Okay, you are just handing over the material, you are taking from him and giving that. So it is exchange of goods for services. That what you are getting acha fruit, beautiful fruit, and you are serving just how? Because you are making the document reach to that people. Okay, so this means, so all these are generally maybe an exchange, may be considered as an exchange because love has its own value. Okay, and now again you think, just a bigger comes to you, बाबू कुछ खाना भूख लगे कुछ दो ना, ठीक है, clear? Now this you are giving him amount, is it not an exchange? It may be that he is praying to the Almighty, hey Bhagwan, isko bhalai karna. So you are also getting some blessings, correct? So it may be, it should be, or it should not be. All these are constitute exchange. But what I have told you, love has got no value to the students of commerce and economics. That's because love is a relative term. Whenever your mother is giving you rupees 50, now she is loving, you give only love of rupees 50 extent, to that extent. Okay? And now when she is giving you rupees 1000 for purchasing a beautiful thing, then you are extending the love of 1000. Can it be? No. So love, it is not measurable in terms of money. It is not measurable in terms of money. So this should be deleted. So the amount given by your mother for the love you have extended to her will not be treated as an exchange. So to us, the exchange is one which is measurable in terms of money. Now consider these things: fruits and chili. Both are commodities. Both are visible. Okay, so this is an exchange of goods, exchange for goods. Clear? Understood? So it may be considered as a transaction. Therefore, for transaction, what is the first feature? The first feature is there must be an exchange of goods and services. Clear? And these goods and services must be measurable in terms of money. Measurable in terms of money. So any exchange which is not measurable in terms of money, is beyond the jurisdiction of transaction. The first feature of transaction, initially we should consider a transaction is an agreement between the two parties. And this agreement is concerned with exchanging goods and services. And these goods and services which are being exchanged must be measurable in terms of money. Clear? Now with the amount of 50 you have come to the school. Okay? And you tell your friend, भूख लगा तेरा खाना निकाल दो, वो अपना खाना खा लिए और उसका अपना बैग में एक बिस्किट था, बिस्किट तुमको दे दिया. Now biscuit is given and you have taken tiffin. It's an exchange, but it should be considered as an exchange, as because there is exchange of goods. But to the students of commerce and economics, this may be considered as a barter system, but it is not considered exchange. to the truest sense of its term. Your mother has given you rupees 50. With that amount, you have gone to the hotel, you have taken food over there. Clear? Now what happens? You are taking food over there and giving the cash. And what the man does, the innkeeper gives you the food and gets the money. Clear? That is, the material thing which you have taken has got its own value. And what is the value? It is exactly 50. But unlike your mother has given you rupees 50, but you have given love. Can love be measured in terms of money? Certainly not. So, love, which is not measurable in terms of money, will not come under our purview. And the third one is that I have told you, it is concerned with earning something. So here the thing is that exchange must be there, and that exchange must be measurable in terms of money. And number 3, it must result in change in the financial position of the parties concerned. So the first part is that exchange of goods and services must be there. And that exchange must be measurable in terms of money. Love is not measurable in terms of money. So it will not come under the purview. Again, giving goods for goods. Maybe it is an exchange, but it is the two facets of a barter system. But this is not transaction in accounting and economics and commerce. And in order to be, it must change the financial position of the parties concerned. Clear? So these are the features of transactions. And above all, what we should take, a transaction is nothing but an agreement between two persons. It is not always that the agreement should be in writing. It may be oral. Whenever you are going to the market and you are purchasing yeasrs, when you are ready, you are taking the amount, giving him the amount and getting the piece. So it is an agreement that मछली कितना करके इतना करके तो हमको इतना दो, ठीक है? So it is of 1000 rupees kg. So you are taking 500 gram, or you are giving him 500, and that 500, it is finalized that you will give him rupees 500 for getting a 500 grams of yeasrs. So it is an agreement, number 1. It is an agreement between two persons. Regarding what? Regarding the exchange of goods and services, which are measurable in terms of money, that results in change in the financial position of the parties concerned. Now, from this discussion, we can say, we can define the term transaction in the following way. A transaction is an agreement. Between two persons. Regarding the exchange of goods and services, exchange of goods and services, which is measurable, in terms of money, that results in change in the financial position of the parties concerned. So this is the definition. Definition of transaction. So first question is, what is transaction? A transaction is an agreement. It is agreement for what? This agreement is meant for exchanging goods and or services. Both. It may be goods only, it may be goods and both services. Whenever you are, just you think it. Whenever you are going, you are standing in front of a city corner tea shop, you are taking a cup of tea and giving him ₹10. So you are just only getting the amount. Clear? Only getting the material and giving the amount. Now you are going to the hotel. In a good number of hotels, you will see that there is one thing is written, self-service. Just you give the amount, get the material. So there is no service. So you are giving ₹10 and getting the cup of tea. Now there are other already arrangement. You are not supposed to go at the counter, collect the material and pay the amount. You have taken a seat over there, and as soon as you are taking your room over there, one boy comes, sir, kya chahiye aapko? Babu, ek cup cha. Now the boy is giving you a cup of tea, and you have to give ₹12 or 15. So these 2 or 5 rupees extra you are giving. What is that? For the service. Clear? So that is service. So goods and it may be only for goods, or it may be goods and also service. That is why I have stated a transaction is an agreement. Number 1, first feature. What is a transaction? A transaction is an agreement. Regarding what? Agreement between 2 persons. Sir. Okay. So this is first part. Regarding the exchange of goods and services and or services. This is second part. So it is the second feature. The third feature. That exchange must be measurable in terms of money. Measurable in terms of money. So this is the fourth feature. Third feature. And the fourth feature. That exchange must result in the change in the financial position of the parties concerned. Clear? So if you know, this is whenever you are defining something, you add the features and you will get the definition of that. So first feature, agreement. Second feature, exchange of goods and services. Third feature, results in measurable in terms of money. Fourth feature, changing the financial position of the parties concerned. So add all the 4 and you will get the definition. A transaction is an agreement between 2 persons regarding the exchange of goods and services, which is measurable in terms of money, and that results in change in the financial position of the parties concerned. Clear? Now come to the next point. Transaction, I told you, it has got 2 parts. One is lay, receive, and the other one is give. Lay and then. And these two are technically regarded, connoted as, a part is known as debit and the other part is known as credit. Okay? So a transaction, each and every transaction has got 2 parts. One is debit and the other one is credit. Clear? In short it is debit here and in short it is credit. Clear? So I am coming back after a few minutes, after 10 minutes to have my second deliberation on the topic, the rules of debiting and crediting. So, thank you for helping me having that amount of discussion. Now, after 10 minutes, I am coming again in my Insta and Facebook to discuss the topic, rules of debiting and crediting. It will take a bit time. Okay, friends? Thank you very much.